Hey folks, it's Paul Skinner here for my, I believe, 22nd show. Got quite a few bits today to cover. I think I got some pretty good stuff today, so let's go and shoot. Let's go and do. I'll start off with, I have nothing against blondes. I love blondes. I've went out with a couple, and they're a lot of fun. I got some humor on them, though. What does a blonde say after sex? Well, thanks, guys. That's one. Two blondes put their heads together for the upcoming chili cook-off. Did they come up with something? Not on your life, but they had two sore foreheads. But, let's see, what was the other one? Oh, I asked this blonde, I said, does a rug match the carpet? If you get what that means. She said no. She says she got out of the interior design business a long time ago, UPTV. But anyway, that's bit number one. Bit number two, like I've said, I've done some about 20 so adult films. And I've thought of, I got 3 stage names that I am talking with my crew to use. One is Paul the Pounder, another is Paul the Peter Pusher, and another one is Paul the Girthy Pricker. So I'm trying to decide between one of those two. But let's see. Okay, well, I had somewhat, not so much anymore, I don't really have any addiction, seriously. I smoke a little bit. But back when I was in high school, getting out into college, I had somewhat of a porn addiction. Back in the 80s, it was all about scenery and stuff, and I was kind of addicted, you know. Nowadays, it's wall-to-wall sex scenes, which, you know, doesn't do much. But there's nice scenery in this, and they had some characters on there that it was dialogue. And finally, I was watching like 8 hours a day of it. You know, I'd watch it. Yeah, I'd have, you know, like a hard on. I'd go over here and, you know, get a sandwich and come back to the show. And I was like, you know, this. Well, it led to my intervention. I had an intervention, and my 2 uncles were there who they also watched porn. My 2 uncles, my cousin, my sister, and my folks. And I walked into the room, and I said, "Who are you?" I said, I'm going to be the moderator of this intervention. My name's Jack Offenberg." And they started the thing. He says, we want to try to wean you off your porn addiction, Paul. I said, I don't have no addiction problem. He says, oh, that's the first thing, denial. He says, that's just not a river that runs up and down Africa. And first, let's go to your uncle. Hey, Herb Don here. Is that a porno in your pants there, sir? Are you happy to see me? Jack, to me, let's see it, Herb. I said, okay. I pulled it out. It was, name of it was Cherry Pie Supreme. Jack Offenberg goes, now that is a classic, folks. That's a classic. And my other Uncle Dan says, yeah, I've seen that quite a few times myself. My sister butts in and says, you guys are not helping my brother. He said, he's got an addiction, and you do not encourage him. And Jack Offenberg, he goes, yeah, Paul, he says, yeah, bad Jack, you know. Jack goes, now I heard you made a film. Congratulations, sir. I said, well, not actually. I was under surveillance. I got caught, you know, jacking off in the females' locker room at the volleyball game. Cousin Kim. well, who won the game? I said, well, I lost, and the Parkland team won by a landslide. So finally my folks keyed in. He said, Jack, this is like a sham. You're not helping my son one iota. So, and Jack said, well, we just got off to a bad start, folks. Let's convene next week. Paul, may I have that video and wean you off little by little? Okay, Jack. So, but anyway, I got weaned off of it, and now I watch the news, I guess, or something. But anyway, onward here. Let's see. Oh, back in the late 80s, I worked for a foreigner at a convenience store. His name was Habib. Well, he liked murdering the English language to death. He was like, here's, for instance, he says, Herb, stock those motherfucking shelves. I said, that's motherfucking shelves there, Habib. He said, now listen, you bastard. I said, no, that's bastard, Habib. He says, whatever, what the fuck, Herb? And after about 2 years of this, I just got extremely tensed up. I said, Habib, I enjoy working for you. I love the pep, the spirit that you have, but I can't stand you murdering this language anymore. So I said, see ya. You know, as I left the store, you know, he goes, I heard him say, I'm gonna miss that ice hole. So that was a job. So. Okay. Well, UPTV, I was going through a dry spell with my dating and stuff, so I went to the adult bookstore and rented a blow-up doll. Well, I took my blow-up doll, you know, to the coffee shop, you know, and blew her up, and the conversation started. You're a Sunday school teacher, huh? That sounds interesting. So, but anyway, that's been like 4 or 5. Let's see. Okay. Well, you know, a Yeti is considered I think it's a mythical creature, big white coat and stuff. I got free associations of a Yeti, what a Yeti might say. One of them would be, you know, in all honesty, I could be considered Bigfoot's cousin. And everything, she says, my white coat alludes to my wiseness and experience. Yes. And what else did he say? I'm not a heinous beast, you know, I'm just drawn that way. So, let's see. Looks like we got 2 more bits. I don't think I've done this one. I don't know. If I did, I apologize. Back in 3rd grade, I went with this dull girl, dull son of a wench. I said, I haven't been this bored since I worked security at that Pat Boone concert back in '87. You're boring. Okay. Well, now I will go to, I went to Yale University to take a class. I went out there and was out there visiting family out there, and I took a course. And I found out that the university liked to hold back information from the students. So I was like, the guy was lecturing, and he was going, then he stopped. He says, well, Paul, I can't tell you that. I said, damn it, I wanted to know that. And I raised my hand again and says, Paul, I can't tell you that either. And this gal named Nikki patted me on the back. She goes, well, Paul, the professor's holding back on you, but I won't tonight, big boy. She says, you want to come over to my hacienda and have a pina colada. I said, yeah, sure. I said, and I thought to myself, boy, I thought myself was kind of a nerd. I said, even the dorkiest guys get lucky sometime. And as we left, the instructor goes, hey, guys, I got some more information I want to hold back on you. And and we both said, you're a has-been. And I said, that's all we could tell you. So. Oh, let's see. One more bit. I guess UPTV, I'm a narcissist at heart because when I do, when I spend a dry spell since I've slept with a woman, a real long dry spell, and when I do eventually plow that woman's field, I'd be like. She'd be like, oh, Herb, don't stop for 1 second. And I'd probably say, oh, Herb, don't stop for 1 second. It's being a little narcissist there, I think, UPTV. And my therapist, I think this is like my 4th or 5th one I've been through. She finally said what he thought of me. He says, Paul, you're a narcissistic piece of shit, hell-bent on manipulating and using others for your own good. He says, you're a compulsive liar, you're a cheat, you're a hustler, pimp, dealer, etc., etc. Quote, unquote. So, I might see if I can think of a bit that I maybe can think up now. No, I can't. Anyway, this has been my 22nd show. As always, I'd like to thank cohorts. Can't think of their names now. Jason and Khalib. And I'd like to thank you so much, the UPTV viewing audience, for watching and also the views. And no hesitation here, I bid you adieu.